Today I'm going to show you how to create this super easy soft brown smoky eye. It's perfect for any occasion. It's also beginner friendly and works well with hooded eyes. I'm also going to be testing out some new products today, so let's see if they are must-haves or total misses. I already applied my sunscreen much earlier on in the day, so I'm just refreshing my skin with a serum mist, and the one I used is by KOSAS. Now I'm going to move on to foundation. This is a new one I purchased this week. This is the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Foundation Stick. It's available in 18 shades, has a buildable coverage, a lightweight texture, provides hydration and is long wearing. I've seen some reviews of this recently saying that it is lovely to wear all day, especially if you are oily combination or normal to oily. On the whole, I really dislike foundation sticks. I don't like how they sit on the skin. So this I wanted to give a try because everybody was raving about how it looks on the face. I like that it actually looks quite like second skin. I do end up applying 2 layers because the first layer, as you can see, I can still see freckles through it. It's not as full coverage as I anticipated. Some of the videos I've seen with just a few swipes have been really full coverage looking. It could just be that it looks that way because they're filming it on their mobiles. I'm also in studio lighting, so it does mean that it's not going to look as full coverage on me as it would in maybe natural lighting. But even when I went out of the studio, I did do a video on my phone and you can see it with the 2 layers, and it does look nice. I would say it's definitely full coverage, but in a much more natural finish than full coverage used to be. And by that I mean it's not mask-like, it's full coverage that is acceptable in natural daylight, not something that you could only wear in the evening and you would have to hide away from in the day in case anybody sees you wearing this, heavy mask. What I will say is up close, I feel like I could still see it sitting on the skin in the same way that foundation sticks do. It has this particular texture that all foundation sticks have, but a positive to this foundation is I wore this all day long and I stayed quite matte. That being said, I don't think I would reach for it again just because I really like my foundation to be completely undetectable on the skin, and it did emphasize a couple of dry patches that I have. I personally think it is more suited to somebody that's younger with immaculate skin. It also contains fragrance. It's not heavy, but it is there. So I've applied a little bit of lightweight concealer in the areas that I needed it. I'm now going in with this coffee pencil by MAC. And I'm running that close to the root of the eyelashes all the way along from the inside to the outer corner. If you have hooded eyes, you do not have to wing this out by any means. I always like to create a little bit of a lift. Then I'm going to take this Rephr number 12 brush, which is great for smudging, and I'm going to run this over the pencil and then just buffing it up slightly higher. So this is why it works if you have hooded eyes, because we are going to be applying an eyeshadow over this and then reapplying this, but only at the lash line. So even if you have hooded eyes, you can still recreate this look. I love these brushes, and what's unique about this particular brand is they have a concept store discount. So you have the regular price of the brush, which is £21, but if you submit honest feedback within 60 days, you get it for £11.90 instead of £21, and they do that, I think, across the board with all their brushes. I will list and link all the brushes I've used in the description bar along with all the products. As you can see, I've smoked that out on the top lash line, but then I've also used it to tightline and then run that along the waterline as well. If you don't have the shade coffee, because I think in the US you don't have coffee, but you can substitute that with a colour such as Teddy or Costa Riche, any brown eyeliner will be good. I also love the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Glide Pencil, and she has a shade called Ground Coffee, which would be perfect for this. The beauty about this particular style of creating a smoky eye is that you don't need to be neat with it. This is almost like underpainting. We're applying this underneath the eyeshadow that we're going to buff on top. We will be going over it again to sandwich all this so it lasts at the lash line and is beautifully smoky. But at this stage, all we're doing is softly smoking it out. And again, no need to be neat. Also, because we're using browns, it's very flattering for all age groups, but it's also appropriate for any daytime occasion. Next, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Spice Palette. I believe this is called the Mini Spice Palette. It contains 9 different shadows. You've got a mix of matte, shimmers, and a couple of metallics. Taking the second shade in the palette, it's a light to mid-tone brown and it has a beautiful soft shimmer in it. Taking my BK Beauty 202 brush, I'm sweeping that colour over the eyeliner all the way across the mobile lid, and as we reach that socket, I'm buffing whatever's left in the bristles upwards towards the brow bone. And I'm also using what's left in the bristles to pull that outwards as well. Depending on your eye shape, you might prefer a rounded eye, so you can keep it more rounded. If you want to create more of an almond shape, you can pull that colour outwards. Because we are taking that colour over the entire lid, that's what makes this ideal for hooded eyes. There's no real precision needed with this look. It's kind of going over the entire lid, and because it is such a soft light brown, that's what makes this appropriate for daytime as well. That's the eyeshadow done on the top lid. Now we're going back in with our coffee pencil and running that again close to the root of the eyelashes. This is just going to redefine that smokiness, and then we'll go back in with our Rephr smudger brush and then buff over that in the exact same manner that we did earlier. And this is all about sandwiching for longevity. If you've seen the post on my community tab, you'll already know that I'm doing a newsletter so I can communicate with you guys outside of YouTube. On there, I'm going to be sharing more beauty tips, hacks, discount codes, latest sales, sharing new launches, things that I can't keep you up to date with in just weekly tutorials. If you want to sign up to that, it's free. I will link it in the description bar for you. I'm now taking the Rephr number 13 brush and I'm using that to buff that same eyeshadow underneath my lower eyelashes just so it's cohesive with the top and it frames the eye. Whenever you're applying eyeshadow underneath your lower eyelashes, always make sure you connect that with the outer corner of your top lid like I'm doing here, so that outer corner doesn't have a gap where there's no eyeshadow. Okay, so that is more or less the eyes done. We just need to finish off with a coat of mascara. If you want to apply false eyelashes, that's completely up to you. Today I'm not going to. I've been using the Sweed Lash Serum, which I will link in the description bar. So my eyelashes are pretty long, so I'm just going to apply my favourite mascara, which is the LANCôME Lash Idôle, because this really does create volume and drama. And this is just my natural eyelashes, so I don't even need to apply any individual clusters. As you can see, it's really made the most of my natural eyelashes, so I would highly recommend using an eyelash serum if you want to make the most of your natural eyelashes. The one by Sweed is great because it doesn't contain any nasties, it doesn't make your eyes red. Sweed Beauty is also PETA approved, it's cruelty free, and it's a vegan brand. Okay, so that's the eyes done. I'm going to move back onto the skin. I'm going to take another new product. This is the number 7 Pro Artist Bronze and Glow Face and Eye Stick. I'm going to use the bronze side around the circumference of the face, and I don't mind that this is a little bit warmer than I tend to use. You know I like quite a cool tone, but this is much more subtle than it first appears, and also it's going to work nicely with that colour that we have on the eyelid. I'm using my IT Cosmetics number 7 Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. I love this because it's dual ended, so you can use the smaller side for more precise blending, such as the sides of your nose. Then you can turn it around and use the bigger side for your hairline and your cheekbones. I'm not sure if the number 7 Pro Artist range has hit the US yet. I know from my previous video when I used another Pro Artist product recently that I couldn't find it in the US. I know you've got number 7. It might just be that it hasn't launched there yet. If anyone in America knows, please let me know. I will link the number 7 website below anyway, and then you guys can check at your leisure. You may remember from the week before last, I used the Soft Glow Cream Bronzer, and according to the people online, that particular product is made in the same factory as the Chanel Soleil Bronze Universelle. If that's even still what it's referred to these days, it might have changed its name, but if that is the case, then it could just be that it's the same product in different packaging and a completely different price point. So I will also link that below for you, because if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. It blends like a dream, much like this. This could also be a very similar product, but in a tube form because it makes it easier on the go. The opposite side of this tube is a glow product, which I'm not going to use today, but it is very beautiful. Because I want this to be slightly fuller coverage and I want a bit more brightness through the centre, I'm taking the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer in a very small amount, as you can see, very tiny dots, just through the centre of the face. I'm going to buff that in or stipple it in with the same brush that I used for the bronzer. There isn't a ton on the bristles, so I'm not concerned about that, but you can just use the same brushes, especially if you have a little towel handy. You can just buff the bristles over the towel and then you can use it for your next product, which also means less work when it comes to cleaning your brushes because you've used less of them. I'm using a stipple motion in a butterfly effect, so underneath the eyes and along the jaw, so making sure to go around where I've applied the bronzer, just with whatever's left over in my bristles of that concealer. And then to make sure it's completely seamless, going with a damp beauty blender to pick up any excess product and make sure it really melds into that base makeup. Although this is not a new product, it is a new colour launch. This is the Huda Beauty blush filter, and it's a new shade called Sunset Lychee, which I uploaded in a short. And I'm just showing you that you can apply a very light layer like this, or if you want to go more blushy because it's an evening look, you can really work this colour in. And I'm also going to show you how to just slightly tone it back again if you apply too much. I really love this colour. You guys voted this as your favourite choice out of the 3 of them when I put this on my community tab. The other 2 shades are Bubblegum Pink and Intense Guava. These 3 new shades take the entire collection up to 11 shades in total, and these new 3 additions launch on the 20th of February. So here's what to do if you apply too much. Take a small amount of a very light liquid foundation and really buff that into your bristles. Then you can use a stipple motion over the front first and then slightly start to stipple that backwards so that the intensity is lightest at the front and then more intense as you get towards the back half of your cheek. It will also create a seamless blend. It's important to use a stipple motion so that you don't disturb the base makeup underneath. Let me know in the comments if you didn't know that this was a trick that you could use and if you found that helpful. I'm going to further blur the centre of my face. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder for this. I always reach for this one because it really is my favourite. I also don't want to use a heavy setting powder because I just want to see how that foundation wears throughout the day. This is more of a finishing powder. If I wanted to make sure that the oils were not coming through, then I would use a setting powder such as the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder or the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. And as I mentioned earlier, the foundation did actually last really well considering I am oily combination. On the lips, I'm going to use the MAC Cool Spice Lip Liner, which is a new launch for them. I actually featured this in my last tutorial. I think that this is definitely a firm favourite of mine. It will be one that I will definitely repurchase. For my skin tone, it works beautifully to really enhance the lip line, especially for a soft definition. It's the right amount of a brownie nude for me, definitely slightly cooler, which I absolutely love. When they're too warm, I'm not a fan. Let me know in the comments if you've managed to get your hands on this. I know it's sold out in many places because it went viral as soon as it launched, but let me know if you've tried it and if you like it. For this look, I'm going around my natural lip line and then I'm using the pencil to softly bring that colour in towards the centre. This is going to help to add some colour to the lips because I want to use a Melting Touch lip balm by Iconic London over the top, but it means that that centre will be slightly lighter, and I love this because it's slightly peachy. It works really well with the rest of the colours on the face. And that is my easy smoky eye for all eye shapes. That also works for any special occasion. I hope you guys have found this useful. It's definitely beginner friendly. There's nothing in this that's overcomplicated, yet it still looks very chic and effortless. Using neutral tones means this will go with pretty much any outfit choice. As you can see, it works really well with the jumper that I'm wearing because it's in the same colour palette, but this would work equally with many other colours. As I mentioned earlier in the tutorial, I will list and link everything I've used in the description bar. If you missed last week's upload, this is the tutorial. It's a full coverage base with a smoky eye and a beautiful nude lip. This is a little bit more full on, but you've got the choice here of a super easy smoky eye, or if you want to try your artistic skills and do something a little bit more elevated, then you can try that look. Please subscribe to my channel and my newsletter if you'd like to learn more, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye guys!